Good news, everyone. This episode of Flipper Flicks is presented by Podgo. Podgo is the easiest way to monetize your podcast, providing podcasters a flat rate for ad space so you always know how much you get when you include an ad from Podgo. We recently joined as a member, and you can too. Apply today to become a member and immediately be connected with advertisers that fit your audience. That's podgo.co at podgo.co. I hope you enjoy this episode.
Cue the singing giraffes! Hi everybody, welcome back to Flipper Flicks, where we rate movies unprofessionally. This is our 20th episode! Woo woo! And so I'm gonna read off 20 facts about the three of us hosts. Are you guys ready? Because they did not have any input on my facts.
I don't know if I'm ready. Is one of them, my name is Adam?
No.
Ooh.
So do you want to introduce yourself, Tim?
Hi, I'm Tim.
Okay.
Hi, what's your name, ma'am?
I'm Sam.
Oh, okay.
So Tim's facts are
Uh-oh.
that he loves sea shanties,
Yes.
that he has a pup named Eve,
Mm-hmm.
that he lifts bro,
Yeah.
that he just started watching One Piece, I think. I don't know if that's still true.
Kind of.
It's
That
floating
his
around.
favorite animal is a rhino,
Yes.
that he likes the color purple,
Mm-hmm.
and that he plays D&D. I don't know if that's still true either.
Yeah, it's off
But-
and on. Yeah.
Okay. And then Adam's are that he hates cheese,
Yes, I do.
Oh my gosh.
that
It's the worst.
he wants to write a screenplay,
Oh, I do.
Ooh.
that he loves the board game Pandemic,
Mm-hmm.
Who doesn't?
that he has the hair the length of the main character in this movie,
That is also true.
that he played water polo in high school, that he loves Scooby-Doo,
Mhm.
and wishes he could be a pirate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And mine
I mean,
are,
like a fantasy pirate. I don't actually want to be like a
Pirates of the
Somalian
Caribbean
pirate.
style. Like.
Yeah,
pirate,
yeah.
yeah.
Not like, yeah. Not like, what is it, Captain
Not a
Phillips
real
or whatever?
pirate.
Not a real pirate.
Thank you for clarifying.
I wanted to make sure they knew.
Okay. And mine are that I hate the word fondle.
She does.
I also hate asparagus. I flush them down the toilet once. I am currently addicted to a terrible TV show called Supermarket Sweep from the 90s.
It's a game show.
I can recite every line to the Road to El Dorado.
Okay.
Ooh.
That is up for debate. There's like
You-
2 lines she misses.
I'm not reciting it now.
No, not right now. But you're gonna have to do this as a YouTube video now. I'm volunteering.
Yeah, we're gonna
Oh,
just
no!
live stream. We'll set up a Twitch for you, and you can just live stream the whole thing.
Oh my, I have to work on my voices. That I think Guardians of the Galaxy is overrated. Sorry. And then I
Shots
think
fired.
that people that dislike fart jokes are lame.
Well, they are.
I know. Okay. So, do you guys want to go on with the regular shenanigans of the episode now that we got that out of the way?
Yeah. Sure. I guess I can do the social media now. We good?
Yeah.
Yarp.
All right.
You do social media.
So yeah,
Use
social media is
man.
a thing,
Yes.
as we've stated before, but I will repeat. Social media, we are on it. Multiple platforms. You can find us. No, seriously though. We're on Twitter, Instagram. I don't think we have many other accounts besides that. We are, your favorite podcasts, wherever you want to find podcasts at, wherever you want to download them. We try to get on smaller ones as well. If you want to send us requests, we can try to get on those ones, but we are on the big ones. We post our episodes every Thursday at 1 p.m. Eastern Time.
Woo woo.
So hopefully that works for you. If not, it's a podcast. You can listen to it at any time.
Yeah.
You can get over it.
Yeah. I think that's all I got.
We are at Flipper Flicks.
Well, yeah, As the
That's the
oldest
only
one
other
in the
thing.
group, I'm allowed to forget that we have a hashtag.
Yeah,
or
see,
whatever.
he is our old man.
That should have been
By
part of my
so
facts for
much.
you.
Oh,
Yeah,
no,
I
you
know.
missed it. Erase one.
Erase 1, reverse. Tim's over 30 because he's like 30 in some months.
Yeah. Give it 2
All
more
right.
months.
Now, did you guys know that this week we got daily trends? Woo, more daily trends.
Yes.
These ones were a little different than the ones that we had last time. Like, Tim's were very pandemic-y.
Definitely.
Mine, on the other hand, were Barry Weiss, Ghosts of Tsushima, Bastille Day, and Tom Bergeron. I can't say last names.
Okay.
If you haven't learned that by now, congrats. That's a factoid that you didn't need to know.
That should have went on my
You
list
did.
too.
Yep.
And then
Should've.
and Ruth Bader Ginsburg.
Yes.
Now we went with going a loosely based choice off of the Ghost of Tsushima, a new Sony PlayStation video game. And we did The Last Samurai. There, I was waiting for somebody to do
I
the
was trying
wind
to think
noise.
of a new.
You tried to do like a whip wind?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know
it was
what
like
that
a sword
was, but-
slicing the air.
Like a
and
whip
my-
wind
yeah.
sort of thing?
I don't know. Listen up. I tried.
You
You
did.
did try. It was a good effort.
A for effort.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding.
Rude.
All right, so this movie, if you didn't know about it, is an American military advisor. Embraces the samurai culture he was hired to destroy after he was captured in battle. Kind of not what I expected, I will say that. But the critics gave it a 66%. Audience gave it an 88%, both those on Rotten Tomatoes. IMDb was a 7.7 out of 10. And then Google was a 94%.
Oh, it passed Google's test.
It
Yep,
passed the
passed
Google
Google.
test. And I would say it exceeded Google's expectations.
Yeah, apparently.
But Tim,
Mhm.
have you seen this movie before?
Oh, I have many of times.
Okay. I have not. Well,
Yeah.
I had not. I guess I
Had
have
not,
now,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
Yeah, it's a new watch for me as well.
Yeah, by definition, Sam.
We seem to do this a lot. I tend to have seen these movies,
I feel like we end up picking ones that Sam and I haven't seen because
which is fine.
our movie, yeah, I feel like the movies that she and I have seen, because we've been together for 11 years now, kind of line up together a lot.
True.
Yeah, there's another fact about us. But my expectations. I'll go first. You know what?
Okay.
I
You
had-
do that.
I thought this was going to be a single samurai versus I don't know what.
Yeah.
Just one samurai. That's it. I
Right.
thought they chose American as Hell, Tom Cruise, just to be the only samurai in the entire film. And I was like, okay, I don't understand how this movie did well. Why is this movie so good? It's like 2.5 hours long, so I was really lazy and I never watched it. Even though I say that, yet I'll binge all the Lord of the Rings extended editions. So, yeah, I will also say spoilers.
Yes.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah, there are some.
There are a
Occasionally,
few, yeah.
we typically discuss the plot. Typically, not always.
And the quotes.
And the quotes.
And the scenes.
And the scenes.
And the actors.
And the actors.
And I think that's it.
And I think that's it.
That's probably
All right, Sam.
The episode's over. Boom, done.
All right, Sam. How about you? Expectations.
So, my brother and father really love this movie, so I had seen it on a bunch of times, but I had never committed because of also the length of the movie. And it was not really something I was super interested in. So and I actually said when Adam picked this movie, oh, didn't people hate this movie? And these two were like, absolutely not. Everybody loved this movie. And I was like, oh, well, okay, fine. We'll
Yeah,
watch it.
I really, I can't name anybody that hated this film.
Yeah, I don't know
Yeah.
where I got that from. I just pulled it out.
You
of the air.
decided that everybody hated it because you never sat down and watched
Yeah,
it.
exactly. I was like, everybody had to hate this movie.
Yeah.
So going into it, I was
Questionable.
meh. Yeah. What about you, Tim? Since you had seen it.
I'd
And
seen it. I
recently,
liked the movie
right?
a lot. So, classically, I got to watch a movie I like. But
On a scale of 1 to V for Vendetta, it said, I butchered that. How many times have you seen this movie?
that's actually, I may have seen this more.
Really?
Just because V for Vendetta is like a commitment, in my opinion. Like, if I'm going to sit down and watch that movie, I'm fully
You had to
engrossed in
100%
that
pay
movie.
attention, right?
Yeah.
Well, and it's kind of like an emotional ride.
Right.
Too. Like,
Whereas-
it's very much a commitment.
Yeah. This one is like, I've had it on in the background a lot. Like, I can sit there and I know what's going on and but like V for Vendetta, like, I get into it too much where like I can't focus on other stuff. I just want to watch that movie. Whereas this one I like a lot, but like I can have it on in the background.
Okay, so this versus Tropic Thunder. Which have you seen more?
Tropic Thunder.
Okay.
Probably, I would say.
I'm just trying to get a
Yeah.
scale
A
here.
Good
ranking
gauge.
here?
They're probably close, but yeah, because it's been out longer. But
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
this one's
I don't know.
Last Samurai came out like 5 years before Tropic Thunder, dude.
that's what I'm saying.
Oh, I thought you said that you've seen Tropic Thunder more.
I think I probably have, but I'm saying they're close because Last Samurai.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
We're there now. We're
Yeah,
there now.
Yeah.
We lost you there.
I went off to sea for a bit.
Yeah. But you're back.
I'm good. Yeah.
But so I do like this movie a lot, but there's a lot of like, I don't know, like it's hard to explain. Like I guess some of it is really Hollywoody, and like
Yes.
I get that people had a problem. Like it's just kind of weird with Tom Cruise being about samurais and stuff, but I like it. I like how they did the story and everything. So I just was along for the enjoyment of the movie again because I like watching it.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. Linked back to the Ghost of Tsushima. Looks like an interesting video game, to be quite honest, but I don't own a PlayStation, so I won't be playing it anytime soon. I want to say, I'm going to just jump right into
Wait. I'm going to cut you off.
again.
Yes, because I have a very important question.
Uh-oh.
Tim, are you wearing your hair in a top knot right now?
Yeah. Did I message you that?
You didn't.
Oh, okay.
But my headphones are on, and they kind of make it do the same thing.
Well, you have a honorary top knot. How's
Yeah,
that?
we'll give you honorary.
I'll take it.
Okay.
I definitely do have my hair in a top knot.
Good.
I specifically put it up for this episode.
Yeah, good. I'm glad I could see.
And you know what? If you catch us on Instagram Live later today, it'll be up there too.
True. You're gonna put your hair in a top knot for the IG Live?
I am.
Wow.
So catch that later today. I don't know what time we're doing it. We'll figure it out. Carrying on.
Okay, you can finally get to your point.
You can move.
I was not expecting this intro. Like him being a drunk. Like giving like all the speech. Like again, my thought was the movie was going to take place 100% in Japan and he was the only samurai.
Well, and I also didn't know it was that far back in time, to be honest.
1876?
Yeah, like maybe that was just me being dumb, but I was like, oh.
I liked that it was.
Yeah, I agree.
So, yeah, he comes in and he's doing like this ridiculous show. I guess it was like a theater show?
No,
I think
he's
it
selling
was, like,
guns.
Yeah, selling the
Oh,
guns.
Winchester guns.
Yeah, he's selling them
He scares the shit out of
as a
some people. It's
decorated
cool.
captain.
Yeah.
Who went and massacred the Blackfoot Indians.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Terrible.
Yeah.
That's why
Yeah.
he drinks.
That's why he drinks.
Duh.
He gets the PTSD. Apparently, his like background, like Tom Cruise's character Nathan, that's his name, guys. I'm gonna try and use that.
I'm not.
Nathan
Okay.
Algren.
But I never do.
Nathan Algren.
Good job.
He
Tim.
his background is the same as Viggo Mortensen's in Hidalgo. They both have like PTSD from
Yeah.
acts of war.
Really?
Well, this is
I
based
haven't
on a
seen
true
Hidalgo
story.
in a long time.
Yeah, somewhat. Well, the main, at least the
I'm
shit.
kidding. I was making that up.
Oh. Katsumoto was based off of somebody
No.
real.
He was, but I was just making up like the movie was not based.
Oh, okay. Because I was like, Katsumoto was
I was
based
like,
off
okay.
of. He was based off of Takamori Saigo, who was.
Yeah.
But like the main difference was during his rebellion, he actually used modern weapons and clothing.
Mhm.
He wasn't in the old school Bushido clothing.
Right.
So, yeah.
Well, the first thing, I'm going to throw out my first beef patty.
You have
Yep.
beef in
Lay
this
it on.
movie?
I do have beef.
I'll see if I can get rid of it.
So, the scene where he's on the ship, so he's done his whole gun selling show and he accepts the job of going and training the army to stand against the samurai, right?
Mm-hmm.
He's on a ship and it looks exactly like they just copy and pasted him, which you guys know that I hate, and put on Titanic. Like, it has like the same like sunset. He's by whatever the front of the ship is called.
Bow.
The bow. Like, I just think that they just reused that and took out Leo and Kate and put Tom Cruise in.
Interesting.
Yep.
Are you talking about like the mountain scene, or are you talking about just the sunset scene?
Nope, he's on a ship going, and there's a sunset.
Oh, okay. So
it's
you
for
just
like
basically
2 seconds, but it irked me.
yeah, 2 seconds of a 2.5 hour movie.
Yeah, I focused on it. I fixated on it.
It was stuck on her head the whole movie.
I
She's
was like, how dare.
that damn.
How dare
scene."
you stand where they stood? I'm just kidding.
I'm just saying, him and Billy Connolly should have done "I'm the King of the World" scene.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. Speaking of Billy Connolly, that's my next beef patty. Oh, no, that's not Billy Connolly. Just kidding. Whoever plays Peter Pettigrew.
Do you just want his name Simon Graham?
Yeah, Simon Graham plays the British guy who does photography and just wants to study cultures.
Yeah.
I call bullshit that he walked all the way up those stairs without getting winded.
Yeah.
I thought he was winded during it, though. Doesn't he, he comments on it when he's, walking up there.
He comments how his suit is,
He comments on
tight.
how, he gained some weight in the last 10 years.
But he might have said, oh, that's a lot of stuff.
No, but I think that's, the implication is, the stair, it's rough and it's far. He's, struggling a little bit.
I'm going to be honest. I went in, when I first saw him, he is Wormtail, Peter Pettigrew, and Harry Potter. And I was like, I'm going to hate you. I have no idea why. Well, I do know why. I don't like his character in Harry Potter. So I assumed I was going to dislike him, but in honesty, that's probably the most, I connected with his character the most, because he just wants to learn all the languages. He just wants to learn all their culture. That's his main, interest.
Yeah.
So I was like, I can get there.
Yeah, I can
he's
follow
very
that.
likable.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But I went in thinking, God, this guy. He's going to get his hand cut off and then
Just be a
bring
rat.
the Dark Lord back.
Nah. I agree. He was very likable.
No, now, the confusing character was Billy Connolly.
Yes.
The Scottish actor playing the Irish actor Irish militant who lives in America. Now, I'm not saying that people don't move over there. It's just, I don't know. It threw me off.
Yeah. I could see it.
Yeah.
No, it didn't bother you guys?
I didn't think about it, honestly. But
his voice is just so iconic to me.
It's just so good.
Yes.
But I also thought he wasn't in that much, I guess. When you look at the whole thing.
he gets skewered quickly.
Yeah, he's kind of in and out. So if it did bother me, he wasn't in it.
It wasn't long enough.
Yeah.
I didn't even think about it, now that you bring it up. But that's just another Hollywoody thing, I feel like.
Yeah.
Now,
definitely.
that's not to say that the Irish did not immigrate over to the States
Right.
in the 1800s. So I don't know. I don't remember when the potato famine was.
Yeah.
So
Do not know.
you guys aren't AP history kids either?
No, that's what Google's for.
Yeah, Google's my history buff.
Yeah.
I did like that Nathan, not Tom.
Algren?
Yeah, Nathan Algren.
What other Nathan? Nathan's hot dog?
We don't need to talk about hot dogs.
Sorry. I tried to work
I don't
it
think
in
they
there.
existed at this
Tried
point
to work
in
it in
time.
there. Yeah, well, if they did, Hot Dog Man would have come in and told us about
Oh,
it.
probably. But Nathan was doing a good job with that, negotiation, getting $500 a month.
Oh, at the dinner table? Yeah.
Yeah, originally he was offered $25 a week, and then they're like $500 a month, and I was like, why don't you do apples to apples and just be like $100 a week?
Yeah.
That didn't make sense to me.
I don't think he wanted the job, right? So I think he was trying
Or
to make
125.
it so that they could say no and they didn't.
Yeah. I
He
could
seemed
see
like
that.
he was over it and didn't want to do it.
And then he's like, for both of us.
yeah.
Ah?
Does that not work?
Oh, man. I wouldn't mind that. Free
Yeah.
trip to Japan?
Yeah, true. Well, it's a big job. A
What?
rough job.
Oh, yeah.
Just a bit. Well,
Especially for his background.
I don't think they were expected to fight originally. Because at the first battle, Colonel Bagley was just like, come on, let's go to the back.
Yeah.
We're going to go hang out back here and just let them
Well, the higher
terrible-
ranks, that's what they would do.
yeah,
So they could
I
monitor and,
strategize.
play Command and
on the
Conquer kind
fly.
of thing.
Yeah, you got to do that RTS thing.
Mm-hmm.
Sam, do you know what RTS stands for?
No.
Real-time strategy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I mean, the colonel in the final battle was like, all right, one regiment at a time. No, we send all of them.
Yeah, what a doofus. Don't listen to your military advisor that came there and is leading your military for you. Classic politician. Holy shit.
I know. And then he was just like, you would think oh, Bagley knows Nathan. Wouldn't you listen to the guy that used to be, they used to work together?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You wouldn't, I don't know. That was just
Well,
terrible thought process here.
Bagley was mustache scandal dude, right?
Yes, that's Mustache Scandal, dude.
Okay, so he was he was
He was the
above
colonel.
Nathan, right?
Yes, Nathan was a captain.
Previously. Yeah, and they seemed like they had some bad blood there.
Just a bit. I would stab you for free.
Yeah, that was kind rough.
Said I would kill you
Like,
for free. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that I don't know.
I mean, I'm pretty aggressive, but I don't think I would say that.
I mean, he.
But, you know.
Yeah, I mean, he ordered all of them to kill innocent people, like an innocent
Was it-
village. So.
That was like his commanding officer commanded him. And he's like, I gotta do what I was told, and then you have to do what I'm telling you. And just shit goes downhill.
Yeah.
So while we're talking about him training people, I thought it was terrible when he was trying to tell them, like, I get it, he wanted to tell them that they weren't ready, but it felt so bad for that one dude where he's, like, telling him, like, shoot me, and it's like, holy shit, can you imagine, like, being like, I don't really know how to use this gun, I don't really want to shoot you, and guys yelling, shooting at you. Oh, it'd be so stressful, poor farmer.
I liked the farmer dude.
Yeah.
The peasant.
Yeah.
Well, I
They
think
were all
Were
peasants.
yeah.
I really.
But I just thought, I was like, whew.
A Hollywood moment in the training though is like when they're walking up and he's like helping the guy shoot, and all he does is like put the butt in your shoulder and look down the sight, and then the guy hits the target almost bullseye. It's like classic bullshit Hollywood. He's like, I just told you the basics again, and you're gonna get it this time. It's like,
Yeah, just
what?
magically.
It's literally the basics. You didn't give him anything different than what you would have taught him already. And plus, you're standing there, so pressure. He probably would do worse. I don't know.
And then
That's
the
true.
thing. But he was ballsy. Nathan was ballsy as hell because he was like, this is the guy that he just taught how to shoot. But Tim, you can see my air quotes, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. He taught him how to shoot, and then he's like, shoot me!
Yeah.
Shoot me! And then he says it in Japanese, and I don't know how to say that.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know.
Yeah, they all had awful aim, though.
Well,
Tim,
yeah.
as our resident gun expert,
Mm-hmm.
would you expect the peasants to have that terrible of aim from the start?
Yeah.
Seeing as they've probably never seen a gun, right?
Probably not. I mean, it's very new technology at the time. I would say
Yeah.
they're like, and you'd be as afraid as hell having this thing explode in front of your face. So, like,
Yeah.
that loud bang and stuff. Yeah, it's not like something that like people are familiar with today. And then like even now, people go to shoot a gun and it scares them because it's just. I mean, it's not normal. It's abnormal kind of thing. So, especially without hearing protection. I just thought about that.
I was actually going to ask you about that because I know you got some
That would
beef whenever somebody like is in a hallway and shoots. They're deaf. Nope. Don't believe.
Yeah. Well, like go back to that in the when he's trying to sell the Winchester. He shoots like how many rounds off, and all those people are like, oh, and then they just like cheer and stuff after. It's like, no, you'd all be like, malt. Like,
Mop. Mop.
Oh my gosh.
yeah.
You should really go to my ENT. Sorry, Archer quotes.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then, so when they're in their first battle, trying to save the railroads, which I
Right.
thought was kind of funny because in Japan the railroad system is insane.
Yeah.
Like if the train is running late, they give you the conductor or whomever's in the train will go around and give you like this guy's train was late, that's why he's late to work pass, like a hall pass of sorts.
That's
Nice.
cool.
In modern day Japan,
Okay.
not in olden days Japan.
Yeah, so these people were screwed if their train was late.
So it was kind of nice. It was a nice little nod, in my opinion, to be like, well, they were working on, we got people working on the trains. I was like, that makes sense.
Nice.
I get it.
Yeah.
And then that war scene, the cavalry coming in their samurai uniforms.
Oh, beautiful.
Through that fog?
Yeah.
It's a sexy
Oh,
scene.
the shout beforehand though. Oh,
Which part? Like, were the samurai yelling?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I've only seen this once.
yeah. They shout like beforehand, then they come through the fog, and you're like, oh.
And they're just looking like demons riding on
Yeah.
horses because they got the
Beautiful thing.
face mask, right? So the masks, if I recall correctly, Tim, you might know this. They're supposed to like just intimidate the opposing enemy, right?
Yeah, I mean that's what they were for.
And that you can never show fear with the mask on.
Yeah.
I think I don't know.
I think that's pretty accurate. I mean, I'm not huge historically into all of it. As much as I like knights, Vikings, samurai, and stuff, I don't know that that's incorrect.
I love that stuff. But Sam, when we went to Las Vegas, we went. She and I went through what was it?
It was a samurai armor exhibit at the Bellagio. It was really cool.
Yeah,
I'm jealous.
we don't. Yeah, we don't normally like stop and listen to everything. No. We listened to every like little
Yeah.
thing that they had to say. I don't know. I thought it was super.
Yeah, it was really cool. I remember like we were looking for like museums or whatever to go to, and we were like, well, of course we're gonna go to the samurai exhibit. Like,
Right?
I'll move shit off my plate to go see that.
I know. Because I think we had like a pass to do. It was like a 2 museum pass, and one of them was the aquarium, and we're like, what do we want to do for the second one? Samurai exhibit. I am down.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
Highly recommend if it's still there.
Probably
I don't know. It's
not,
one of those
but
exhibits
maybe.
that it's a moving exhibit.
Yeah.
Yeah, it might be somewhere. Okay, well, I'll go next, I guess. So at this point, unless you guys have anything before he gets to the village and has been captured.
I do actually have
I
a
do
few
too.
things.
Okay, go ahead.
I love how Simon, the linguist guy,
Yeah.
Wormtail, he goes around and tries to. He's like always telling him, "Okay, so we're gonna bow now.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Bow.
I love that.
And then-
Yeah.
Back away,
And he's
turn."
super like stressed
Yeah.
about it too. He's like, okay, and turn, and you can see it on his
Yeah.
face. He's like super stressed. Everybody else is like, all right, I guess I will.
Poor little fella.
And then I think he actually has 2 of my favorite quotes from this movie. Now I very accurately translate lies.
Oh, I
Lives,
liked that too.
not lies. He says lives.
Ha.
I like lies better, so
Yeah. Because I've caught
No,
that
either
before
way is
too,
still
and I'm
good.
like, yeah, no, either way it works, but I'm fairly certain it's lives. Because I've thought
Oh.
about that before, and I'm like, does he say lies? And then I go back and watch it, but
I thought the context was that he was like translating a bunch of fibs to each other.
Oh, I have no idea.
no, I
Anyways.
think he's a historian, so he's trying to write history.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess both do work. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
And then the other quote is, "A fellow linguist, how
Yes!
capital."
I have that too. Capital. I loved it. Yeah.
Like, I don't know. I love languages, but je parle un peu le français. That's
Yeah.
about all I got.
Omelette du fromage. Yeah.
Sam, speak Latin. Go. Oh, she did. It's dead.
Wolves.
But
That was a good one. Okay, so do you have anything else before the village?
yeah, I
go
don't.
ahead,
Tim, I don't have anything.
When they're training and the sergeant, the Irish guy, is yelling and stuff,
Mhm.
and I don't
Colonel
remember.
Bagpipes.
Yeah, I don't remember what Algren says, but he says something to the sergeant, and he says, "When you understand a language, sir, everything falls into place." And I was like, that's kind of weird, but it's kind of funny because he just yells, and then they all kind of fell into line.
Yeah.
So I was like, I don't
Yeah.
quite understand what he means because he doesn't know the language, but I
I
follow
know.
you.
Like, I get it. I
Yeah.
understand, like, the yelling is the language
Mhm.
he's talking about,
Yeah.
not the actual language.
Yeah. I was like,
Yeah.
interesting. That's a pretty good quote.
Yeah.
I like that one.
Yeah.
It's a good one. Now you can go to your village that you want to move to.
That is a nice village, and I do want to move to it, but
Yeah.
it's my next beef patty.
You have a beef patty with the village?
Oh, wait.
Going for it.
I have to say, the first battle is where the really good music picks up. Okay, go ahead.
Ah, yes, I love
That's when
the
it first
music
starts,
in
and you're
this
like,
movie.
oh, we're in it now.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
That's because it's Zimmer.
It's
Oh,
so
really?
good.
That
Yeah.
makes sense. Yeah,
Yeah.
it is really good.
That's like the only thing that I know that I was for sure a fan of before I even watched the movie because Hans Zimmer did it.
Yep.
Yeah, no, the music is dope.
Yeah, everybody loves that.
Okay, you may go to your village now.
Wait, I also want to say
Wait,
that
I'm gonna let you finish. Go ahead.
he's always staring at everybody like, please fucking just murder me now. Just chop my head
Yeah,
off.
he's pretty, you know.
He's a
Pretty
millennial.
he's pretty much, yeah, millennial for his time.
Oh, God.
He's just so done with his own life.
Yeah.
I mean, he's had a rough go, so I get it.
Yeah.
Although he's making $500 a month.
Right? He's
Which is
making pretty bank.
Bank back then.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
banking, rolling hard.
So it can't be that bad. But so he gets captured. We're in the village, and he probably should have went to like a guest house instead of stayed with the family. I'm only saying this because when he's going through like the alcohol withdrawals and he's like screaming bloody murder because of the PTSD in the middle of the night, like, damn, dude, like that's hardcore. I kind of wish they would have like. I understand why they didn't.
Yeah.
I get it. But, like, I also would have been like, after the first night, you know what? You can go way the fuck on the edge of the village so that we don't really have to hear you at night.
Yeah, we'll just have
Come
Bob.
back to us once you're sober, and then we'll have a chat.
Yeah, Bob can just protect him.
Bob, yeah.
Or
Yeah, I loved Bob.
was so good.
Oh, I liked him, yeah. But I liked how when he's like walking around the camp for the first time, he's just looking at all of the samurai training and he's just like so jazzed about it.
Well,
Because
yeah.
these guys are actual soldiers after he just dealt with the peasants.
I
Yeah.
also think it's a double meaning because it's a soldier thing, and I think it's also this movie does a really good job of showing a person that feels like he's culturally supposed to hate other cultures.
Yeah.
Like he has a lot of pressure, but you can see like in every little thing that he does, he respects other people's ways of life, and like he tries to at least. If he doesn't know and he learns about it, he does it.
Yeah.
And I love that about this movie because it's like I love experience other cultures. I know you guys too, and it's like it's hard to go somewhere and know their traditions when all you've known is your own, I guess. And like when you
Yep.
accidentally insult somebody, you're like shit. But how do I do it right? You know?
Shit, guys.
Yeah.
But I think it's also hard because of like a language barrier too.
That too,
right?
yeah.
So like,
I don't think you'll fully embrace another culture until you adapt to their language.
Right, and I think there's just like it
Adopt.
goes both ways. Like people have to be understanding of both. It's a two-way road, but
Yeah.
I agree.
I really love that he started to learn Japanese because you
Yeah.
kind of give a hint that he was linguistically capable because he learned how to speak
he pays attention.
some of the native.
Yeah,
Yeah.
He learned some of the Native American languages, and then he picked up on it. But everybody says that you learn another language through immersion
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
way faster, which is the dream.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think that's true though. Like, this is a terrible example, but like when we went to Costa Rica, I learned baño real fast. It's bathroom. It is not food.
Yeah, she thought we were stopping for food, and the taxi driver's like, "Baño, baño." I'm like, "Bathroom," because we pull up to something that said "clean bathrooms," and she's just like,
But it
"Oh,
was
we're getting
also
food."
a supermarket, so I still feel like I'm in the right here. But Adam will never let me live that down. So anyhow,
Never.
so just like I do think that immersion will definitely kind of put you in the fire there. You know?
Yeah.
And then like so they had a swordsmith there, right?
Right.
That is a real swordsmith.
Awesome.
His name was Yoshihara Shoji, and he is a Makanza level swordsmith in Japan, which is one of the highest ranking.
That's awesome.
It's master ranking
Right.
Damn.
swordsmith in Japan.
Like
That's
hard
cool.
to be
And they
better
got
than
him-
that. Yeah.
Yeah.
He has to be like one of the top rated ones, which is ballin'.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's cool.
that's sweet. That's one thing I loved about this movie because I know like, part of it it's like it's Last Samurai. I expect to be following a samurai around the whole time, but I love as much as I could tell it was legit Japanese and all the actors. It just they use actual people and actual Japanese language from what I
Yes.
from what I could see as a ignorant person, I guess. But
Uninformed.
yeah,
I don't think you're ignorant. I think you're more uninformed.
well, it was more of a
Uninformed?
jokey way to.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say so what's interesting is the director brought in actual linguists,
Oh.
Japanese linguists, to make sure that they were using the proper, like
That's awesome.
basically chatting with a friend and chatting with the emperor,
Right.
Nice.
so that you had proper like tones and everything.
Right.
That's cool.
That's cool.
Yeah, they went through like all that. This movie, it was received well in Japan because they actually brought in Japanese actors.
Yeah, I mean that's part of what makes the movie so great. Like I don't know, that's just part of it. It's just so good because of that.
And I gotta say, Katsumoto's family was amazing.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
The kid, like I know his nephews were great, like just doing the goofy ass faces, and
The
then
kid
Yeah.
like not making it like at the dinner table, and he's like, but he's like not making
Yeah.
noise. I love that.
and then you can tell it's like resisting doing a face back at him.
Yeah.
Well, he like scowls at him a little bit, but he's like trying not to make it so obvious. I
Yeah.
don't know.
Yeah.
And then what? I didn't write down his name, but Katsumoto's son, who was like always at the dinner table with
Yeah.
like
I
Taka,
think it starts with
his
an
sister.
H, but I don't remember.
but he loved Nathan.
Yeah.
Every scene they were in together, it was just so happy because he's learning Japanese.
Yeah.
He was so excited for that.
And I think he wanted to learn from him too. Yeah. But
Yes, most likely.
yeah.
It was great.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I was gonna say, child acting has come a long way.
In 10 years time.
Because every time with the even the little kids was like so good. And my favorite scene, you guys are gonna lol, is when Nathan first puts on like the samurai clothes and the kid catches him.
Like doing his
like
like,
messing
dance?
around. Yeah.
Oh, I loved that.
Loved that. It was so good.
Yeah.
Like, Tom Cruise does so much serious acting that when he goofs off for a bit, you're like, oh,
Yeah.
that's nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And I felt like the addition of the kid catching him was like even.
It's perfect.
Oh, yeah.
So good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
And that
good.
that little kid was just funny. Like, he didn't really say much at first. He just like, well, clearly he's upset because Nathan killed his father.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And then you could see him grow out and be like, I don't want you to leave too.
Yeah.
You're like,
Yeah.
Poor kid.
Heartbreaking.
I know.
Ugh, all the feels movie.
Right? But what made me feel joy
Okay.
was when he's like, Bob, why are you so angry? Are you angry because they make you wear a dress?
I love that. But see, that's the part of him that's like he's forcing himself to mock him, but like it's also funny, but it's at the same time like he's noticing things of their culture and I don't know.
Yeah.
It's like his foresight.
Sam was talking about, so when he's like in actual like the Japanese like kimono, they weren't kimonos because those weren't.
Well, I'm not sure the name of it.
They're the Japanese attire.
Yeah.
She's like, he looks fat in this movie. She's like, it has to be the layers.
I'm pretty sure it's how the clothes sit. Yeah.
Yeah, and
he looked
how many?
fat AF.
Yeah, and how many like there were like 6 layers of clothing.
Yeah.
But I think they also did a lot of like, I don't know. I felt like they did a lot of kind of like side shots, but I don't know if that's true.
They did.
But it's like when he was like mentoring the kid, it was like a side shot, and then also like he walked weird because of his injuries, right? So I
Right.
think like all of that may have contributed to
Yeah.
it, but
I mean, he is in the little bath thing later on,
yeah,
like the hot
that's
spring
true.
or whatever, and he
Yeah.
doesn't look fat there, but
Right.
So
No,
it's
he
definitely-
just looks like he's been stabbed a few times.
yeah, just
yeah,
a few.
definitely.
Yeah. But back to Bob. I
Bob!
have
What
a
about
catch.
Bob?
I have a catch for that. Is after he walks to Kasimoto, and he's like, even as enemies, it would be considered rude not to introduce yourself, right? Like the first time
Yeah.
they talk. I'm like, Bob's never talked to him. Why doesn't he introduce himself to Bob? Like if he
Yeah.
maybe if he properly
That's true.
introduced himself to Bob, Bob would talk. But
Yeah.
That's true.
That's true. That was a good catch.
Yeah.
Now, I'm going to be honest. Did you guys ever catch his number 2's like name?
Angry Man.
Angry Man. That's
I
what we called him, yeah. We called him Angry Man because we didn't know his name.
I would just butcher their names if I tried. I think I can't remember.
Ujio.
Oh, okay, that sounds right.
I never knew. I only have it because I have the cats down.
Angry Man.
No, he definitely. What does he say it? He says it at one point.
Well, I'm sure he does. He
Oh,
probably
he
is
yells
like,
it. He yells it.
Probably.
yeah, he's probably like, Ujio, don't do that.
Yeah.
Don't kill him.
Don't be so angry.
Dude, that guy almost murdered Tom Cruise.
Yeah.
No, I mean, like, in real life.
What?
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yeah, they had a mechanical horse for a part of it, like, for one of the scenes.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
And the horse, like, malfunctioned. Tom Cruise falls off, and he's swinging his sword, and apparently stops, like, 1 inch in front of his neck, like, real life, like, almost chopped his fucking head off.
Oh my.
Yeah,
Huh.
Hardcore.
Yeah.
I know.
I was gonna say that he probably almost killed him because he's so angry, but nope.
No. Not at
I
all,
was like,
Sam.
with a wooden sword? Where? But then you're like, a
Yeah,
sword.
that's what I was
"Oh."
thinking too.
I was like, now it makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that was the other scene that I had written down that I thought was funny. Like when he's like trying to prove that he's like strong, right? And he like
Yeah.
keeps getting up and keeps getting up.
Standing man.
Yeah, and then they just like leave him in the ring.
Yeah.
They're
I know.
like, NBD, we don't care about you.
Honestly,
Like
it
I
probably
get it,
felt
but
good.
I was like, yeah.
Also,
that's true.
on that scene, so towards the end, he knocks the sword out of Tom Cruise's hand and it like flops away.
Mm-hmm.
And then the next scene, he's getting up and it's in his hand.
What?
Is it?
I didn't catch that.
Because he
Nice.
knocks it away and it's like 5 feet away from him. Then he's like standing up and it's in his hand again. It's like, son
He
of a
has the
bitch.
force.
Yeah.
He's just like, wom, 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 wom.
Yeah.
Brings that sword over. Now,
That's how it works.
I really liked the betting scene with the Abe Lincoln samurai. It was 5 hits. I think it'll be done in 6 hits.
yes.
Oh,
That-
yeah, that was good. Yeah.
I apparently wrote down Abe Lincoln Beard Samurai has a deep AF voice.
I mean,
He was like, I don't know.
Also,
I didn't get his name either.
I never get that right. Like, okay, so the first time he says 5, and I count 7 moves, and I'm like, I don't understand how these moves work, apparently, because I'm counting
that's not
something
right.
wrong. It's like...
I don't know how it works, but they clearly do.
Yeah, and then they're like 7, and I count like 12. I'm like, all right, I just don't know how, like, what they count as a move. Like, is something like
Or
canceled
maybe-
out as a move if one person does another thing, or like I don't
think
know how
a
this
block
works.
isn't counted as a move, right?
Do what?
I don't know.
I don't think a block is counted as a move.
No, yeah. So like even not counting the blocks. That's what I'm saying. Like
Tim's trying to slow mo this and be like, "There's one."
yeah, I was like watching it. I'm like, okay, that's 7. Where? So wait, he said 5, and 5 was correct. I don't know. I got lost. I gave up.
You guys
I didn't try
have
too
figured
hard,
out.
but every time I watch the movie, I think about that scene specifically, and I try to count it, and I'm like, I get the same result every time. So maybe that's just something on their end. They didn't actually flesh it out. It's just supposed to be like a. Maybe I'm
kind of
right.
a joke with them?
They're purposely. They just don't care. They just did it as like
I'm
a
gonna
joke.
go ahead and say you're not.
Yeah.
I
Just
was
kidding.
gonna say that you guys finally found out that the one guy's hustling the other. Maybe the one guy
Oh,
isn't
that
paying
could be.
attention.
That's true.
The other guy
He's just
doesn't
like-
actually know how to fight.
Yeah.
He's the banner boy. He just runs around with a banner and.
Yep.
But
Except I think we see him fight
Yeah,
later.
we
But I'm
do.
still willing to say that guy's hustling him. But go
dude,
ahead.
the son, his longbow was insane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was like 6 feet in height. I'm like, that thing's shooting far.
Yeah.
Far.
Yeah.
I was pretty happy to see that.
Yeah.
Do you think Ujio was the like best warrior, or do you think Katsumoto was a better like fighter than him? Like I don't know. I mean, like he's the leader, but doesn't mean he's necessarily the best. 'cause I
Right.
think
He was
there's, like-
definitely good. I would consider, that guy. What was his name? I can't say it.
Ujio.
Ujio. I would think
Uji-
he
oh.
might have been the better fighter. Yeah. You just get like the feeling that he is by how he
get
carries
that vibe.
himself and how people like kind of follow him, and he's the leader under the leader. Almost second in command
Yeah.
kind of guy. So I feel like he's probably their best fighter. I would think so.
Okay. He did hold off like a shitload of ninjas.
Yeah, that's true.
Dude, they came out of nowhere, except Sam's like, oh, thank God Nathan was there.
I just felt
Oh,
like,
great.
thank God, thank God somebody was paying attention, because a lot of people were just like watching the show, right? So,
Yeah. So
I mean, it was kind of like
here's a
cheap
here's
that
a
it was
beef
talking.
patty for you. I'll throw it on there.
Yes.
That is a very
Whoa.
Hollywood scene to me that bothers me.
Yeah.
Like, okay, you got these very like silly looking ninjas that go into this village, and first of all, ninjas were more of scouts and they were kind of solo. But these guys are like ninjas with throwing stars and stuff, and they go in with blades. It's like, okay, we already established that your military has guns. Why are you running
Yeah.
in like not at least using one shot and then going hands on? Like, and they use like a crossbow when you could be using a rifle. I don't know. A lot of just Hollywoody silly stuff for that scene, but I guess it's supposed to establish that he's gonna help them, and it's like the turning of the tides with their opinion on him and stuff. But
They also, ninjas don't attack in a public setting.
yeah,
Like, they would have waited till he was asleep and slit his throat.
right. They're supposed to be extremely incognito, solo sort of scouts and
Yeah.
information gatherers more than anything. Yeah.
And they would have like maybe 5, not 30 to 60.
Right. They
Yeah,
just
there
kept
were a
coming.
lot.
Oh, and
I
then
was
they
like-
hissed. Like, what is going
They-
on?
Now, that is a thing that I've heard that some Japanese folk do, is hiss.
I don't know. I just thought it was silly.
Only
But-
because of past quarrels we've had, like, the nations have had.
Yeah.
Oh.
That the people in the rural area still don't like Americans.
Yeah.
And they'll hiss at them.
Oh,
Per,
interesting. So it's like
somebody-
maybe
yeah.
it's got a historical connection then. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I've not been to Japan. We were supposed to go this year.
It'd be cool, but
Yeah, for the Olympics.
yeah.
That would have been tight.
Yeah.
But they also did like a showcase of all of the weapons a ninja could have. They had like the the hook with the chain on it, and I was like, a kunai with chain. And then they had like the shurikens, and they had the baby crossbow. They had
Yeah.
the swords and everything. I'm like, you guys just trying to show off how many weapons that ninjas have?
Right. Like they're very typecast ninja weapons. Like
Oh shit, Did you ever see that? There was a TV show back 10, 15 years ago. It was like two warriors would bout, like they would like showcase 3 weapon types, and then the warriors would be put into a battle simulation.
No, yeah, I thought about
Nope.
that a lot with this show, yeah, or this movie,
There was a ninjas versus Spartans
yeah.
episode, and I was very torn because I was like, ninjas are cool, but Spartans
Are
are,
cooler,
because 300 had come out, so I was like, Spartans are badass, they're gonna win.
And they also
Well,
mentioned
the Spartans
them in
fucking
this-
wipe the floor with them. Yeah, they do. But yeah, the Spartans wipe the floor with them, and the guys, the ninja experts are like, we wouldn't have sent 500 warriors against their 500 warriors. We
Right.
would have killed them in their sleep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or at
So
least
they're like,
attempted
I don't
to,
care
yeah.
about these results.
Right.
And I was like, I respect that. That's a true, like, that's actually what would have happened.
Yeah, historically, yeah.
They do mention the 300
Thermopylae.
Spartans.
It's funny though because it's like in everything you watch and stuff, it's always about the 300, always about the 300, which for the most part it is. But the Athenians and some other people were there. Like it wasn't just those 300 people. But the idea
We don't
was
count
that-
them. They're not real men.
Well, the 300 were actually the ones that like established it and whatnot, and were the ones that wanted to stay and fight. I guess if you look into
Yeah.
it. But, yeah.
But so speaking of other weapons, the Katsumoto dude, he should have had a Shoto blade. I was really excited about that.
Yeah.
Sam, do you know what Shoto blade is?
Nope.
It's a smaller, more dagger-like sword. I don't know.
Okay.
About that big, about a foot.
A baby
yeah.
sword.
Used for defense.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Like a quick blocking. And like, do you remember in Ready Player One, the 2 Japanese characters? Shoto was the shorter, younger kid.
Yeah.
Oh.
So
Nice.
I don't know. I like Shoto blades.
Yeah,
I
they're
like
cool.
my dual wielding.
Yeah. Well, I
Yeah.
will say on that though, I'm pretty sure historically dual wielding wasn't much of a thing though.
No, no, it wasn't. I don't think.
It's yeah, because there was just a lot that wasn't to be gained from dual wielding, as of just having one sword.
Or having a shield.
Right. Yeah. Which is like you always see like knights and stuff in movies like dual wielding and whatnot, and it's like that never happened.
And in video games,
did-
I,
they just
every
don't
video
do
game
that.
I can get 2 weapons.
Yeah.
I will use 2
Oh
weapons.
yeah, absolutely.
It's so much cooler looking.
I mean-
I get 2 fancy looking swords.
It's cool,
Or axes.
but let's be real. The most efficient and best weapon ever created is a hammer, a giant hammer.
Nah.
There's no argument. That's what it is.
I like axes.
Well, that's just a sharp hammer.
That's true. Or a blunt axe.
Nope.
Now, okay. So, did anybody else get Kung Fu Panda vibes? I know that's the Chinese culture, not the Japanese, but when they were like, do nothing, like like go
Oh.
mindless.
Yeah, what did he say? Like too much mind or
Too
something?
many
Too much
mind.
mind.
Too many mind. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was like, isn't that like the Kung Fu Panda thing too? Like, he had to like basically go null.
Yeah, but I think Kung Fu Panda, didn't they make it because, like, he was focusing on food?
Yeah.
Maybe it was also, like, other stuff.
I mean, it's a common thing though with just stuff in general, stressors in general. Relax the mind and focus on one
Yes.
thing instead of trying to think about all these other things or think about what other people are thinking of you. Kind of, it's a
Yeah.
common theme.
Mind-
Now, Tim, were you surprised the first time you ever saw this movie that Tom Cruise ended up in that red armor?
No.
Because it definitely was not on every single movie poster around.
I know, like, you pretty much expected him. Like, you're basically going, when is he going to put the armor on? When is he going to put the armor,
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was me the whole movie. I'm like, okay, we're 2 hours in. And he still doesn't
He's
have
not
the
wearing it
armor
yet.
on.
What's happening?
And Sam was like, do the women dress the men? I
Yeah,
think that was actually a pretty common practice,
Yeah.
right?
definitely with the armor, they would put it on him. Yeah.
Yeah, it was
There you
very
go.
intimate.
It was. The little crying kid. Yeah.
Heartbreaking.
But so I said at the beginning of the episode, and I'm gonna come back to this, is I thought it meant that he was the last samurai. I thought it meant he was the only samurai, but in reality, the last samurai are the clan,
Yes.
Katsumoto clan.
Yeah, because samurai is plural.
Yeah, samurai and samurai. It's like deer and deer.
Yeah.
Same thing. Deers.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, oh, that makes more sense.
It's all coming together.
Yeah, it all came together, except he didn't wear a helmet.
Also, a thing very common in movies and stuff that is not historically accurate. very, very common in any sort of action. Doesn't matter what kind of movie has fighting in it. Main characters do not wear helmets, so you see who it is, and they're more recognizable, whatnot. In reality, if you weren't wearing a helmet, that was like the number one thing you would die from is not wearing a helmet. So
Yeah.
it's like,
Right, you would just one
were
quick
screwed, yeah.
arrow to the head.
Yeah.
Now, before we get to the battle, Sam, did you like the little painting the little kid gave him?
Yes, I loved
it's
it.
Did you
great,
know it meant
right?
Samurai?
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's the Japanese character for samurai.
Yeah.
Aww.
Yeah,
That
Sam.
makes it better.
Yeah, so
Full
he
circle.
made it for him.
Full circle.
Yeah.
I know. Yeah, the battle scene was pretty sweet though.
Yeah.
I liked it. They had some actually I think this aired before that King Arthur movie. The early 2000s King Arthur
Yeah.
with Clive Owen.
I know what you're talking about.
They split the battlefield in that as well.
Mhm.
Oh.
It's a very good tactic
Mhm.
if you're battling if you have like fewer men.
Peeps. Yeah.
Tim, you
Nice.
got anything else? Well, you got that whole battle, but I mean, the whole battle is a battle, and I don't really know how to get into it.
Right. I mean, it's a battle. It's a good scene to watch. Overall, I think it's just a really good battle scene. It's fun to watch, and it moves you left and right. But you obviously are rooting for the samurai, even though you know they're probably not going to win it. If you haven't seen
Gotta
it
love a
before.
good
but-
what is it? Underdog
Underdog.
story, but when they all lose, tragedy.
Yeah.
Well, and like part of their honor is like dying, right? And like
Right.
you kind of know that they're never gonna make it, like you said, Tim. But like you're pulling through for them.
Yeah.
But then I
Come
think
on.
they kind of make it known that they're not gonna make it when he says
Mhm.
like, "Oh, how did the Battle of Thermopylae end?" or whatever.
Yeah.
And he's like, "All of them died."
And
And
he
He's like,
smiles,
"Sweet!"
yeah,
Yeah.
I loved it.
Well,
He's like, high five, we're all dying.
even out of context with Colonel Mustard Custard.
Bagpipes.
No.
Colonel Bagpipes.
Colonel Mustard
Bagley.
Custard guy. Yellow
Yes.
Mustard. He took that as like a great honor, and it was super
Yeah.
insulting to
Tom
Algren,
Cruise.
because it's like he went down in history as how we see him, how Algren sees him, kind of a scumbag.
Yeah.
And here he is sitting here like, well, that's a great death. It's like, that's very good.
Yeah.
Very good. Very,
That
very
was
good.
fantastic.
Like, no. It was unnecessary.
Yeah.
This has been a good conversation. Bye.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, how about that line? I will miss our conversations. Oh, that gets you every
Oh,
time.
Sam's just like, ooh.
Oh my
crying.
gosh. No, there were a lot of good lines like that. Like the one before the battle scene when he meets up with his commanding officer and he's drinking again, which I was irate about.
Oh, yeah.
After Taka had taken all that time to basically like withdraw him.
I feel like that was just because he was pissed he had to go back.
Yeah, no, but I'm saying his commanding officer said there's enough in that bottle. There's enough there so that you
Yeah.
can crawl into a bottle for the rest of your life. And I was like, oh,
Yeah.
rough, but accurate. Like, I was like, damn.
Yeah.
Damn. I just still feel like damn.
What
even
is it
after I
that you
just said
hate
it.
about us? Like, why do you
Your
hate
own
our
people.
people?
Yeah.
Oh,
What is it
yeah,
you
that
hate
was-
so much
It's
about
like-
your own people? Maybe the fact that they pressure everyone to hate other cultures and they're just murdering their way through a continent. I don't know.
Something like that.
No. Mm-mm.
But,
So on IMDb, they took a body count total
yeah.
Oh
of how many people
my.
got killed.
A lot.
Can you give me a number?
Nope.
Just give me any number.
500.
Okay, Tim, what's your
It's
number?
not bad. It's probably over that.
All right, so over 500. Give me 600, 700.
501.
Classic.
Classic cheating his way through to victory with a total of 558.
Woo!
Nice.
I was going to say 604 for Tim, but nope.
But yeah, 558 deaths.
Look
Yeah.
at us, Tim.
Damn.
We knew what
I
we
was
were talking
closer,
about.
but damn, that was good. Yeah.
Okay.
So close. So close.
Oh, shoot. So, I have a question for you guys. Or not really a question. You remember what the sword said at the end there? I mentioned this in our last podcast.
Did you?
Yeah. Or maybe
Sure.
not. Maybe when we were talking about when we picked the movie.
That was probably
That's
that.
probably when I mentioned it. Because I'm going to get a
Because
tattoo.
we did not even have the Last Samurai picked
Yeah, I'm going
out.
to get a tattoo. A part of this quote is to go with my eventual sleeve with my other poem and whatnot.
Oh, yeah, you did say that.
Yeah.
To us.
I'm a nerd. Yeah.
Make sure they actually write the correct.
Well, I'm not getting
Japanese
the
phrase.
Japanese characters.
Oh, you're not?
No.
The kanjis?
No.
Wait, what was the quote?
So, you know when he
It's-
pulls out the sword and it's
Mhm.
written on there? So, first of all, I learned that is not actually what's on the sword. They just made their own.
Oh, I
Oh.
believe it.
Yeah. But it says, I belong to the warrior in whom the old ways have joined the new. And I always thought that was a really cool
Yeah.
quote, and it just kind of brings, like,
Yeah.
all the cultures together. Yeah. Yeah.
I like it.
That one's cool.
It is.
But I think that's all I had left for this movie.
Same. And
Wow.
Sam threw her notes away like years ago.
Yeah, my last one was the bottle.
All right, so the cast. Nathan Algren was played by none other than Tommy Cruise. He was in the movie Top Gun.
What?
We're headed to Top Gun.
I haven't
Cheesiest
seen the
line in
latest
any
one,
movie.
actually.
The one
Yeah,
that's
because it was
not
supposed
out
to
yet?
come out.
Oh, it's not out
I don't
yet,
think
okay.
it did. Yeah,
Yeah,
I think
no,
they
it's
delayed
not.
it with everything else.
He was also in Jerry Maguire.
Yep.
What's the line?
Show me the money!
money.
Well, he didn't say that.
He does.
Well, he does, but
He's forced to say, "Show me the money."
Yeah, I know, but the other guy says it way more.
All right, what's that actor's name?
Cuba Gooding Jr.
Correct. And then he's in 7 Mission Impossibles,
Yep.
Ugh, so many.
and there's an 8th one in
okay.
production.
Why?
I didn't
Make it end.
Dun, 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 dun,
Okay,
dun,
well, I haven't
dun,
seen any of them, but they don't really strike me as something that I would like. But why do you
Dun,
need that many? But
It's
Tim,
like-
do you like
I
them?
feel like
Eh.
are they? Do you
There's
think? Do
a
you find
couple
them
I
to be like a?
Oh,
Do you
okay.
find them to be a play at an American version of James Bond?
Yeah, they kind of are. But, like,
I don't know. That's just how I felt when
they
I
didn't start
3
out
of them.
like that, though. Like, I'm trying to remember, like, the first one and the second one. And they're very,
I've
like,
seen the third and the
serious,
sixth.
like, very serious mystery sort. Not necessarily mystery, but, like, there's not a ton or as much action or eye-catching stuff that happens. They're very, like, serious movies. So,
Yeah,
and so the newer ones are definitely a lot different than the older ones, but
they're more boom boom.
yeah,
Well, I almost wondered if I would like the originals,
you might.
and they've just like
1 through 3 is my bet.
they're so far separated. You know what I mean? They just like keep making shit that shouldn't.
I would almost say
Made.
just 1 and 2.
I've only seen 3 and 6 or 5 or something.
Yeah, I want to say
I've seen them randomly.
when I was young, when I was like a kid, it was hard for me to sit and watch 1 and 2. But when I was older, I was able to watch them because they're just like, I don't know, it's that kind of movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you know what? My favorite movie that he is in, well, I guess Tropic Thunder is pretty good. But where he's actually a lead character is Live, Die, Repeat.
I love that
Yes,
movie
that's
so
a good
much.
one.
So good. So good. They're supposedly making a second one.
Yeah.
Don't know how I feel about that.
So it's weird about that movie. It's like I thought it was received poorly that they changed the name when it released the DVD.
It has 2 names. 'cause
Yeah.
It's, as bizarre as this sounds, it's a movie based off a graphic
No, it
novel
is,
based
yeah.
off a video game.
Yeah.
Okay.
That sounds ridiculous.
Well, yeah, because I thought it was marketed as
Edge
the
of
Edge
Tomorrow.
of Tomorrow.
It's Edge of Tomorrow, Live, Die, Repeat.
Okay, so
So I'm
maybe
guessing they just do Edge of Tomorrow, something else.
Yeah.
Maybe it just like wouldn't fit on the marquee.
I don't know.
And they were like, we're just taking this one. But yeah, very
And
odd,
then-
but it's a good movie.
Katsumoto is played by Watanabe Ken.
I love him.
Oh my god,
He's
so
in
good.
Inception.
Oh yeah, he is.
He's in Godzilla.
Mhm.
Yes.
He's in Detective Pikachu.
Yes, he is.
He's in Isle of Dogs.
Really?
Yeah, well, that makes sense.
Yeah.
And then he's in The King and I. He is the King of Siam. Siam.
I haven't seen that.
Now, this movie, interestingly enough, is the first English-speaking movie he's ever done. First time he ever spoke English in a movie.
Huh.
And it's the first time he was ever in a movie produced by Americans.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Nice.
Then you got Colonel Bagley, played by Tony Goldwyn. He's in Ghost, The Mechanic, The Sixth Day. And then Sam only knows him from Scandal, where he is who?
The president,
What's his last name, at least?
Fitzgerald.
There you go.
I love him in Scandal.
She does. He actually, in my opinion, from like the 16 episodes I saw, I have to say it's got to be around that number, right?
Probably.
There are like 7 seasons.
He's a very good president. I mean, probably not in real life, obviously, but he plays a good president.
Yeah.
He does. But Scandal kind of follows that like the house formula where it's the same thing over and over and over. But like they kind of slowly, they have an overlaying like theme, like story, but it's like the same story, like same episode over and over.
Yeah, like NCIS and all that.
Yeah, those. And then Simon Graham is played by Timothy Spall. That's Wormtail, not Wormtongue. He is in Harry Potter. Like,
obviously.
how many of them? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 7.
Oh, really? He's in it for that long, but you're right. He is.
Yeah, he's in it.
He's in it at the very end.
Yep.
Dang.
And then he is in the movie Mr. Turner.
Okay.
He's the main character. I think he did. I think he won an award for that or something, or nominated.
Look at Peter Pettigrew.
He was in Sweeney Todd, like the one with Johnny Depp.
Nice.
And then Secrets and Lies.
Okay.
Also Vanilla Sky, which has
Tom Cruise.
Tom Cruise in it.
Nice.
And then Zebulon Grant. All right, Tim, you've seen this movie a dozen times. Who the hell is Zebulon Grant?
Say again? I'm confused.
Zebulon Grant. That is the character's name.
Zebulon Grant.
Yeah.
I'm at a loss. I don't know.
He's the Irish/Scottish character.
Okay.
Billy Connolly. He's got the Irish. He's got the voice. I can't do Scottish.
Yeah, he has a very nice.
Wait, I
He
don't
does.
understand what question you're asking.
Did you know who Zebulon Grant is, the character?
Oh, I thought you were asking me what other movie he was in that I've seen a lot, and I was really confused.
No, just
I got
trying to figure out if you knew.
I don't know if you
I was
cut
like,
out or
just trying to
something or
figure-
what, but I was like, wait, this doesn't make sense.
Oh. But he was in Brave. He
Yeah.
was in Boondock Saints 1 and 2.
Yes.
He was in the Hobbit movies. The third one.
Okay.
He's Dane, the cousin.
Okay.
He goes around and headbutts everybody. That's hilarious.
Nice.
He's in Open Season 1 and 2.
Nice.
I think he's the squirrel. He's Mr. Squiggly or something.
Probably.
That he's like when he yells at them to release the acorns. And then he's in the Jim Carrey's version of Lemony Snicket's A Series of Unfortunate Events.
Oh, yeah, he is.
Yep, he's Monty.
Yeah. He dies quickly.
He does. Ujio is played by Sanada Hiroyuki. He was in Twilight Samurai. Probably much better than Twilight. He was in Sunshine. Wolverine. Like the Wolverine.
Mhm.
Oh.
He is... I don't know if he was the Silver Samurai, but he was in association to the Silver Samurai.
Hmm.
Okay.
He was in Avengers Endgame.
Who was he in that?
Tim?
Um,
It's a very small role. I doubt.
I feel like I
I've
should
seen
know
him
it though.
before.
I don't actually know his character. I didn't write down his character's name, but I thought he was like the mob boss at the beginning of Infinity Wars. No, wait, it was Endgame when they were trying to retrieve Hawkeye, or Ronin at that time,
Oh.
when he was going off murdering everybody.
Yeah.
He was the Yakuza boss.
Oh, yeah. I remember him now. Yeah.
You good?
Yep.
He was also in 47 Ronin.
Okay.
He was in Revenge, 4 episodes of it.
Nice.
He was in 4 episodes of Westworld.
Maybe that's what I saw him from.
I don't know what season he was in. And then he's going to play Scorpion in Mortal Kombat.
Ooh.
I'm excited for that.
Is Scorpion angry?
Yeah,
I don't know.
kind
You don't
of.
get to see his mouth. Get over here. And then we got Ambassador Swanbeck.
Okay.
He's played by Scott Wilson, also known as Herschel from The Walking Dead.
Oh.
That's the one I told you that you're going to like, what? No.
Was he like the treaty guy?
Yeah.
Oh. Look
Yeah.
at that.
He was in the movie Ninth Configuration, The Host, Bong!
Nice.
And then he was in the OA. 9 episodes of that. The director here, he was Edward Zwick.
Nice.
He directed Glory. That's a pretty big movie. He directed and produced Legends of the Fall.
Ooh.
Right, that's like the 3rd time that movie's come out.
Yeah. I guess we gotta watch it.
He's an executive producer of Nashville,
Oh,
And he-
that's weird.
and he produced Shakespeare in Love.
Oh, people love that movie.
Then I have the composer was Hans Zimmer, and then I wrote Nuff Said.
Yes.
This was his 100th movie.
Damn,
composed.
look at Hans.
That's crazy.
Now-
Go Hans.
That's crazy.
Right?
And he's still going.
Yeah.
I know, right? So this movie made more money in Japan than it did in the U.S.,
Oh.
which is kind of surprising because it still isn't it's a Hollywood movie, not a Japanese movie.
Right.
So that's kind of an interesting little note. And now, did you guys think that this was filmed in Japan? Because I did.
Sure.
They traveled all the way to Mordor.
Ah,
to film it because apparently one of the mountains in New Zealand is a lot cheaper to film at than Mount Fuji.
That doesn't surprise me.
Yeah.
And
New
they have a
Zealand's
very
a pretty
similar,
big
like-
area that people go and film movies at. Yeah.
It's very spread out there, but
Yeah.
they have it apparently Fuji and this mountain like Tarnarock or something. They have a very similar like look to them.
Yeah, I know which mountain you're talking about because I can still picture the scene.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I thought that was cool. And then Tim can join diehard fans and watch this movie on May 26th every year, the day the final battle occurred.
Damn.
So people do that. They all start
What
watching
day was
the
that?
movie.
May 26th?
Yeah.
Put it on your
Yeah.
calendar.
Go
do
make
that.
an event. It's like 5th November.
That's cool.
V for Vendetta. May 26th. Last Samurai. Okay. Check.
Gotta fill up the rest of my calendar.
This movie was nominated for 4 Oscars. It won 21 other awards and then nominated
Damn.
for 62 other awards.
Holy shit.
Interesting.
Yeah, people totally hated this movie.
Yes, Sam. Where you got that, I do not know.
Oh
This
my.
the budget for this film was $140 million.
It's actually not as high as I thought it would be, but that is still pretty high, I guess, for the time.
Early 2000s.
Yeah, that's pretty
definitely.
high then. Never mind, I
Yeah.
take that back.
And the box office was $456.8 million.
Damn.
Dang.
And yeah, like I said, it had made more in Japan than it did in the United States.
Nice.
So that's what I got for us today, and which means Tim,
Yeah.
I got a question that would you ever flip this movie on?
I don't know.
Like, I know you've never seen it before.
It's a tough call. It's a tough call. Yeah, obviously, people watch this movie. It's very good. It's also, not only is it just a good movie, it's good about teaching you to accept and learn other cultures, I think. And I think that's part of why
Yes.
I like it a lot. So,
Definitely. Sam, how about you? You may us note that Sam has avoided watching this movie more than I have. Because
For
it's at,
so long.
I have avoided turning it on. It was turned on in our household dozens of times and never watched.
yeah.
Would you tell viewers to flip it on?
I would. I really liked it. And my, scared's not the right word. My avoidance of this movie was because of the time frame. Because I was like, there's no way it's going to keep me enthralled for that line. Well, it did. So, flip it on.
And I'm going to say flip it on as well.
What?
I know. Honestly, this is one of my top films we have watched.
Yeah.
It's really good.
It's very
For sure. Like, it's Blob level for me.
Yeah, Blob. Oof. Yeah.
Yeah, we got it. Well, yeah, Blobfest is in July, so we're filling up your calendar.
There we
Yeah.
go. All right. Keep it coming. Yeah.
Okay. So,
Wait, do you want to tell them why they should flip this on?
oh yeah. So if you want to flip this on and if you like Japan, flip this on.
If you like samurais, flip this on?
Yeah. If you like Tom Cruise, flip it on. And if you specifically like Tom Cruise running, 'cause I forgot to mention this. Tom Cruise runs in every movie, and he does a scene where he runs in this one. So flip that on. If you want to see Wormtail from Harry Potter not be a terrible human being, flip it on.
If you like children, flip it on. Their scenes were good.
They were. I agree with that, yes.
They really were, to be.
And some deep quotes. If you want to reevaluate your life one day, just turn on this movie and it'll make you go there.
Oh, and if you like conversations, turn this on. And if you like Bob.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Dude, I forgot to say Bob saving Nathan, though. Oh, I was so
Yeah.
sad.
Yeah.
Yeah. There were a lot of sad parts in this movie. But still worth it.
So
Definitely
good.
worth it.
So good.
Okay, so Sam's going to be up to pick this episode. So let's get this spin. I got to make sure my sound's on. It is. Here we go. Da-da-da-da. Straight to video.
Woo, woo.
That is correct, boys and girls. We got straight to video.
Nice.
That means Sam's going to pick a movie that was never aired in the movie theater / was only a couple times when it was in a film festival.
Yeah, I think well, Coherence was really good. So and you loved Aladdin and the King of Thieves. So this is a good category.
Yeah.
I'm
What
excited.
movie? Did you say I loved Aladdin and the King of Thieves?
I remember there was a movie that you liked. It was Aladdin something. Was it Aladdin in the King of Thieves? Was that it? Yeah.
It is the man who killed Aladdin and the Don Quixote thieves.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
King.
Oh my.
Yes.
All right, well.
Thanks for joining us for our 20th episode.
Gochu sasana. I think that's for food, but yeah, gochu sasana.